I would like to welcome you guys to the Legal Wars podcast. So, guys, for those of you guys who are watching this after it was recorded, we're just going to give a few minutes, let everyone get into the stream. This is our first episode of Guilty or Innocent, that we're going to do every single Saturday. So, guys, I'm going to just allow some people to get into the stream, and then we'll start. Good morning. As you guys come in, please say hello. Jump down in the comment section and say hello. Yeah, most definitely. Bless up. We will do that on Tuesdays. On Tuesdays, do News Hour with Ghostwriter, and then on the rest of the day, like on Saturdays, I would say, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna do Guilty or Innocent. But definitely though, every Tuesday. How you doing, my brother? Good morning, guys. Good morning. Oh, the case in question is Mr. Puff Daddy. Bless up, Kev. I just felt like we had to do that. You see what I'm saying? Because Puff Daddy is just such a polarizing figure. You know what I'm saying? Who is that? Crip Boy says bug fan, bro. I'm not sure what you mean by that, sir, but good morning. Yehana says good morning, guys. Welcome to the League Wars podcast. It's our first episode of Guilty or Innocent. If you guys haven't already, I ask that you guys like the video. We're just gonna give it a few minutes, let some more people get in here. We can get crypted off. Oh, you say big fan, bro. I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular guy, just like you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just doing a little streaming on YouTube. I post a little bit on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I do legal documents. But other than that, man, just regular guy. You feel me? But yeah, guys, what y'all think about the election, though? Since we're not talking about politics this morning, I figured I would just give up the first 10, 15 minutes and say what y'all think about the election. I didn't stream directly after the election. I apologize for that. Yehana says, where I'm from Biloxi, actually. I've been living in Houston for the last 2 years, though. Yeah, I'm from Biloxi, guys. Biloxi, Mississippi. If y'all hadn't liked the video already, I ask that y'all like the video. We're just going to give it a few minutes, let some people jump up in the stream. Then we're going to get started. What you guys think about the election, though? Yeah, that's exactly right, bless up. That's exactly the same way I feel, man. That's the president now, you know what I'm saying, of all of Americans. That's the game we play. We play the game. He won the game. So, I mean, what can you say? It's just what it is. You can't win every battle, man. I'm a gambler, man, and I gamble a lot. And as a gambler, you're going to learn that you cannot win every battle. Johanna says, I'm from Canada. What part of Canada are you from, Johanna? And thank you for joining us. You're gonna learn about a little bit of about the American legal system. Mr. Jones, I got my I got my regular trollers. I know y'all coming in here. Look, y'all see how I chickened out and then do a political stream right after the election. I had to jump into guilty or innocent, but we are going to do a political stream on Saturday. But I will talk about politics with y'all for a little bit. Mr. Jones, if y'all hadn't, I asked that y'all like the video if y'all haven't already. He says, your human trafficker hair is lost big time. Man, y'all just give it to me as much as y'all want to. Pecker Patterson says, maggot. Guys, if y'all haven't liked the video, please like the video. We're going to jump into the content in probably about 4 or 5 minutes. But Jones, yeah, me and Bless Up Kev was just talking about it. Trump the president now, man, there's really not much we could say to that besides pray for our president. Lamson says, Trump clap Kamala. Her husband's boyfriend is clapping. I hear you, bro. I hear you. Yes, indeed. He is the president. Y'all pray for him. You know what I'm saying? Me included. Good morning, Mr. Sean. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Legal Wars podcast. As you guys come in, I ask that y'all please like the video. Today's the first episode of Guilty or Innocent. We're going to do a live case on stream. I want everybody to participate. You see what I'm saying? Y'all going to be the jury, the judge, the attorneys. We're going to go through the whole case, the case of that boy Sean P. Diddy Combs. Jones says, get ready for the best. See, that's what I'm saying, Jones. Like, bro, if y'all watch me on the stream, Bless Up Kev could tell you, I told y'all the whole time, I didn't think Trump had bad policies. See what I'm saying? So it's just a different way that he governs. He's not going to govern like he believes in self-responsibility. So I've already prepared for the Trump administration. Hey, Trump believe in you getting out there and getting it out the mud. You see what I'm saying? He don't believe in, so I'll prepare for that. It's just a different way he governs. But to say that we think that America is going to be doomed or go in the toilet just because the man got elected, bro, come on. I've never felt that way. I'm not a Democrat. I know Democrats cried. I didn't cry, but I supported VP Harris, but I didn't cry. I was upset, but I didn't shed no tears. Let's see, Jones. Okay, Red G says, yay, President Elon. Elon money could buy anything. That's what I'm saying. We're going to start having oligarchs in America, man. That's all that's happening. It's already happened overseas, not just in Russia. You see what I'm saying? Listen, but I will say this. I'm not hating on Elon. I'm not hating on the U.S. government. I'm going to tell y'all the story, and I'm going to let y'all decide. Elon's businesses at one point in time was discriminating on people. These facts, repetitively, discriminating on people. I'm not sure how much he knew about it or he had control of it or anything. I'm not putting this on him. I'm just talking about what was happening with the businesses. So the American government knew this, and so they started having issues with him. Like, man, you got this problem over here in your companies. You need to fix these problems. But them fixing the problems, they started shunning Elon, and them shunning Elon, you see what happened, bro. He came back at him. Don't shun everybody, bro, if you can't shun them. Brian C. already started before we started the stream. I got my boy C early on this Saturday morning with that $2 super chat. I want to see 54 likes on Brian C. super chat. Thank you, my brother. He says, are you feeling okay? Laugh out loud, Trump 2024. Brian, if you know the whole time I supported VP Harris, Brian, but bro, you know for 1,000% fact, I told you guys that Trump had good policies. When did I not say that? You see what I'm saying? I didn't say I was voting for him, but what do I support? Do I support abortion? Do I support? I was very critical of the Democrats. Look how few people we have in the stream now from whenever I started supporting the Democrats from the get-go. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, bro. I was very critical of the Democrats. So to say that, like, I wanted Harris to win, bro, I said a prayer, okay? I prayed, man. And after I prayed, bro, we saw how it turned out. That's who God wanted to be president, man. I ain't got no bones, problems, issues, or anything. Brian, it's just that right after the election, I had a stream. I couldn't come stream right after the election and have everybody ragging on me, bagging on me. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody ragging and bagging on me. I had to give it a couple days at least, Brian. You feel me? But Brian, I appreciate that love, man. You've been loving and supporting me from day one. MAGA fans, everybody, welcome. We doing legal content this morning. So thank you for that, Brian C. Aloha Kitty, good morning, baby. Good morning, good morning. I see you, Jamie L. Good morning. Jones says, we prayed and the people spoke. Look, I know God didn't say the man's life for nothing. I should have thought about that. God saved that man's life. He saved his life for a reason. Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the Legal Wars podcast, the first episode, every episode of Guilty or Innocent. Everybody in the stream right now, I want you guys all to participate. We're going to start talking about the law. We're going to start talking about legal situations. I want you guys to be interactive with the stream. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to probably get as many people in and out the stream, but we'll have smaller streams and we'll just build the streams from the smaller group who are all participating. So I ask that you guys, please, guys, I'm going to ask you guys to participate. We're going to have jury members. We're going to have judges, attorneys, everything. You see what I'm saying? Guilty or innocent, first episode. So let's jump down into it, guys. If you haven't liked the video, I ask that you like the video and let's get started. So, guys, welcome to the first episode of Guilty or Innocent. Okay, hold on. Before we get started, I see my boy Brian C with that $2 super chat. Hey, Red G with that Diddy Clive tree, man, I want to get into that, please. So please save that comment, man. We're going to get into that. Brian C says he won all 7 of the battleground states. Yes, indeed, Brian C. I want to see everybody like Brian C super chat. Brian C with that $2 super chat. Thank you for the donations. Not only did he win all the battleground states, that means that the 2 battleground states that I predicted for VP Harris, I own that. I lost those predictions. You see what I'm saying? I lost those picks. So, Brian C, the American people have unanimously spoken, and they've chosen former President Trump. So, former President Trump over the next 4 years is the leader of the United States. He's the leader of the free world. But just like with President Biden, I mean, if he does something wrong, this is a democracy. This is America. We have a voice to hold each other accountable. But as far as who is our president moving forward, yes, Donald J. Trump is our president. You see what I'm saying? But until January the 20th, we still got VP Harris in there. You know what I'm saying? But Donald Trump's the president. So, guys, let's get back to the comment. Everybody thank Brian C for that super chat. Thank you, my brother. Okay? So, guys, just a quick introduction to myself. Excuse me. I'm a licensed practicing litigation paralegal. I own a business preparing legal documents. As a lead litigator, I have filed 15 cases with no attorney supervision. That means by myself as a paralegal in 5 different states and 11 different jurisdictions. I have faced off against corporate attorneys, ghostwriting cases 2 times, and I have litigated against corporate attorneys with an 80% case win rate and a 91% document win rate. So your boy is not that bad in the legal profession. I said all of that to say, guys, I have experience and expertise in the topics we will discuss. On Guilty or Innocent, as I said before, we will try the case. We will start with the facts of the case or what really happened, the best that we know it. Then we will follow the indictment or charges, meaning what the suspect was arrested or indicted for. Next, we will go over what the law says, and I will tell you what the statute says, what's the precedent or the case law that has been applied to the case. Finally, guys, after we go over the entire case, we will attempt to apply the facts and the law, just like in a regular court case, and decide whether or not the person is guilty or innocent, applying the facts to the law. So guys, on guilty or innocent, we gonna start with P. Diddy, y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Let me get a round of applause for that boy P. Diddy. Now I'm just playing. Now I'm gonna start the stream telling you what Diddy done or what he didn't do. I'm not gonna start like that. I'm gonna start the stream with you guys, with the discussion. So before we get to the facts of the case, I'm gonna ask you guys what you guys know about the case. So chat, I'm starting the stream with you. I want you guys to jump down in the comments right now. Y'all get down in the comments. Tell me anything, everything you know about the Diddy case. Is Diddy a piece of trash? Like Red G say, is this some Clive Davis Illuminati connection? Did Diddy piss somebody famous off? Anything you want to say about that Diddy case, you guys get down in the comments and tell me right now. Okay? Rumors, new charges, anything you want to talk about Diddy. Y'all talk amongst yourselves as well, okay? I just want to see what you guys know about the case. We'll start the discussion before we break down the case. Guys, please be descriptive with your comments so I can read them when we start the discussion. Y'all know how we do. So, guys, the question is, what do you know about the Diddy case? Tell me anything, every little fact that you know or anything you want to discuss in the comments right now. If you hadn't already, I ask that you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and if you guys want to donate to the channel like my boy Brian C. so kindly has been doing, or you want to get something off your chest and I'll stop everything I'm doing, read your comment, just go ahead, hit that super chat, and your donation is much appreciated. Now, guys, we talking about the Diddy case. I know a lot of you guys going to want to talk about politics. I don't have no problem with that. We're going to discuss politics every Tuesday, news hour with Ghost Hour. But today, we're doing guilty or innocent. So we talking about the Diddy case, guys. I'm about to jump down in the comments. I want to see any and everything you guys got to say about that Diddy case. Now, let me see what you guys are saying. I'm trying to see what y'all talking about before we get down into the comments. Aloha Kitty, thank you, baby. Good morning, Aloha Kitty. Thank you, baby. How you doing? Good morning. I hope you've had a great week, a great weekend. I want to see 108 likes on Aloha Kitty super chat right now, guys. It's free to show her support for her showing love to the channel. You know what I'm saying? That $5 super chat. Thank you, baby, so much. She says, for the first time in history, you voted for a convicted felon. Now, isn't that special? Nah. Aloha Kitty, what the thing is, I know you guys, we're going to be doing this the whole entire stream, trying to talk about Diddy. I'm going to get on to the Diddy, but Aloha Kitty did that $5 super chat. The thing is, though, Aloha Kitty, the problem that I'm having with that is that those felonies that Trump got, he didn't get no felonies before he got elected that first time. So everybody's going to say that. I'm just playing devil's advocate, Aloha Kitty. You know I supported Harris. I'm playing devil's advocate what they're going to say. They're going to say, hey, it's politically motivated. It's politically charged. Because he didn't have no all the stuff Trump has done in his lifetime, Trump ain't never get one felony till he got elected. Okay? So he won an election and then he lost one, but he's saying he cheated. Right before the next election, he get a bunch of felony charges. Somebody try to take his life, and then he win this election whenever you know you can't cheat because the Republicans been going to the courts and the courts been watching that. So you know you can't cheat in this election and he win by that much. Man, that looks like Trump the whole time. It just looks like, you see what I'm saying? What he been saying was true. But that's just my opinion. Aloha Kitty. Those 34 felonies, he's still going to have to work that out with the court. But we just thinking that he probably, since he the president, he probably going to get away with most of that. But hey, he the president now. Let's just pray for him. Hope that, you see what I'm saying, everything he was saying about America booming, America great again, make America great again. Mr. Trump, here's your opportunity. Guys, getting back to Diddy, Aloha Kitty, baby, thank you so much for that donation. She always donate. XXX Hustle World says, I don't know what Diddy did or didn't do, but I know 1,000 bottles of Johnson and Johnson bottles or did something. Hey, Hustle World, y'all believe that about those 1,000 bottles, man, of that baby oil? I think they just added that on for context. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I heard they said they found 1,000 bottles or something, but I'm saying I didn't hear specifically they said baby oil. Somebody started saying this baby oil, man. I don't even know about all that, man. Some of this stuff you gotta watch what you believe. You see what I'm saying? But I appreciate your comments, sir. You participating in the process. I don't know how I'm going to name you a juror because you seem like you already think guilty, which he probably is. Morpheus says, do you think Jay-Z was up to some crazy stuff at Diddy parties too? That's a great question, sir. I'm glad and thank you for asking. Most definitely. I don't think it's just where Red G at. Red G, you still in here like Red G said, Clive Davis. I don't think it was just Diddy. I think what we seen from Diddy was a manifestation of what the industry was already doing. I thought that was industry norm. You see what I'm saying? I think that was an industry norm for them to have orgies, sex parties, whatever you want to call it. I think that's just a Hollywood thing. That's just my personal opinion. So I think Diddy just got caught holding the bag when the music started. That's just what I think. You know what I'm saying? You hear Red G said, including Quincy. So I just think it's just something that they do in Hollywood. I don't think just in the music industry. I think Hollywood in general. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just saying they got to be more careful these days because it look like Homeland Security and the federal government is more serious about, you know what I'm saying, holding them statutes down, enforcing them statutes. As we see Young Thug walked out of there, but those weren't federal charges. Those were state charges. That was the state of Georgia. So you got to understand something. When you look at a state conviction rate, like I think in Chicago, they conviction rate like 25%. So like you kill somebody in Chicago, you got a 1 in 4 chance of going to jail. You probably ain't gonna go to jail in Chicago. You feel what I'm saying? I think like in the state, I think in Mississippi it's like 60%. That's probably about normal for a state. But you think about the feds, a lot of the feds, bro, like they be having like 90% conviction rates. That mean the feds get a hold of you, bro, they probably gonna get you. You see what I'm saying? So that's something else for y'all to think about. Diddy's charges ain't state charges. The state of New York ain't charging Diddy. You see what I'm saying? It's Homeland Security that kicked that door in. So when you see feds go in, this is the first thing I'm going to teach y'all. If feds are the ones, wherever the police work for, that's what court that they going. The police are officers of the court. So if the police that get you are for the county, then you're going to be in county court. If the police that get you are federal agents, you're going to federal court. If it's state police that you get you, you're going to state court. Law enforcement are officers of the court and are executing the law, carrying out the will of the law. What you guys talking about? Michael says the Southern District of New York. Yes, sir. The Southern District of New York is who got Diddy. So, guys, before we jump into the content, the facts of the case, guys, tell me what y'all know about that Diddy case. What y'all know about the case? What's some facts y'all know about it? Y'all talk about it. Come on, y'all. I know it's Saturday. It's early. It's not politics. You might not know as much about the case, but I'm finna educate you guys on the case. But I just want to have a discussion with y'all before we get into the facts. What y'all think got Diddy in trouble in the first place? What do you think got him? Because we know Diddy, a lot of these charges happened in the 90s. So he's been doing this for decades. So what you think he did that tipped the scale that made them people get on him like that? Let's see. Red G said, who was 20s during the 90s? Oh, you mean Diddy was in his 20s during the 90s? Terry Green says, imagine doing a month or two for a joint. What you mean for what kind of joint? What you mean, sir, for a joint? And I'm saying where are you gonna do a month or two for a joint at, and what state you gonna do that in? I know you ain't talking about Texas. It's marijuana. I'm talking about real illegal marijuana, not no CBD. Real illegal marijuana is decriminalized in the state of Texas. That means here in Houston, if Harrison County Sheriff's Department pull you over for a joint, they're not even gonna give you time. I doubt they even write you a ticket, bro. They're not gonna even write you a ticket for that. So if it's something that's not even, I'm saying, like, where you gonna do it? In most states, marijuana is legal, bro. Like, I'm confused on what we talking about. Who gonna get a month or two for a joint? But this ain't 1980, my boy. You think we back in the 80s when Nancy Reagan was having a war on drugs? That's the problem with some of y'all. Some of y'all stuck in the 80s. And you gonna keep getting tattooed for thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. You see what I'm saying? Stop being nice and stop taking chump change and make you have to dance that out to the end. You're going to start getting tattooed. This ain't the 80s, bro. We don't live by no martial law. This is the United States. It don't matter who the president was. Y'all finna find that out. Red G says, Elon claims J-Lo is at fault for not telling. That's how autistic Elon. That's too funny. Bro, Elon is a very, very smart individual. We understand that. We know that. So I was talking to somebody about that the other day. A lot of goofy stuff that we see Elon do, we don't even worry about that, bro, because the man is very smart. He's contributing a lot to our society. Listen, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying the Democrats shun Elon. I understand why they shun Elon. Don't get me wrong. At that time, like I said, his companies were having a problem with discrimination. A lot of that stuff, from what I could tell or what I know, they got cleaned up. You see what I'm saying? But because they were having problems with discrimination, the Democrat administration that was in the power at the time was aware of that. So they had a problem. You see what I'm saying with Elon? At that time, they had a problem with him. But when he was reaching out to try to be a part of the administration and stuff, they shunned him. And that shunned him was a mistake. You feel me? You don't shun a guy like him. You know, you bring him into the fold, but you just show him his mistakes. And you got to see. Listen, our problem is a lot of times in the law, we'll try to tell people something and try to get them to fix it. They won't fix it, and then we ready to put cuffs on them. You got to keep working with people until they get it right, bro. You see what I'm saying? That's the only way they're going to get it right. You got to have the patience. If you don't have the patience, you can't do certain jobs like that. Ray says, what in the heck are you going to do about Diddy and Jennifer Lopez? Bro, I keep hearing about Jennifer Lopez, man, but y'all think Jennifer Lopez, I'm saying if J-Lo was doing freak-offs and Diddy parties back in the 90s or the 2000s, I'm saying the early 2000s, y'all holding that against J-Lo right now today? That's what I'm saying. Bless Up Kev says Elon about to make his own Iron Man. Probably is. You feel me? Probably is. Bless Up Kev. Aloha Kitty says, hello, Kev. Aloha Kitty. She's such a sweetheart, man. So, guys, let me see what you guys are saying. Some of those cops living in like Jim Crow days, bro. This ain't Jim Crow days. You see what I'm saying? This, bro, cops these days, bro, they lose their job. Bro, I seen a cop get sentenced to 15, 20 years in jail. Jim Crow days, a regular person could almost kill a black person or kill a black person. I seen police. Bro, y'all remember in Detroit, them riots? Them cops was just killing people. They didn't go to jail. None of them guys, bro, half of them didn't get fired. These days, you'll go to jail. They'll give you 15 years. Bro, I seen a cop in Atlanta get like 5 years, bro, for saying the wrong thing to a person. He didn't even put his hands on. He just said something. Bro, it's not the same. Well, this ain't them Jim Crow years, bro. I'm telling you. I'm just being real with you. And people talking about Bless Up Kev, somebody's talking about a month or two for a joint, bro. What state that's going to happen in? Who going to give you time? Because whoever could give you time is law enforcement. Harris County not putting nobody in jail for no joint. I promise you that. HPD ain't putting they got way more stuff to worry about than something stupid like this. This is not Nancy Reagan administration. This ain't the war on drugs. Y'all can't even get y'all boy Donald Trump. Donald Trump probably want to legalize weed. Straight up. Bro, all the red states, the reddest of states, bro, weed is for medical purposes. Because somebody like me, I could get a script for weed for medical purposes. But for medical purposes, weed is illegal. What state weed illegal in for medical purposes? I'm talking about real marijuana, not no CBD. What state weed illegal in for medical purposes? I'm saying it's legal in Texas for medical purposes. It's legal in Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia, Alabama. What state? Florida is. Florida was one of the first states that legalized it for medical purposes. They finna legalize it for recreational use within 5 years. I'm saying we talking about something from the 30s. You know what I'm saying? So guys, let me keep on going. Hold up. Let me see something. Give me just a second. Somebody said, thankfully, Trump won. Look up. Yes, thankfully he did win. You feel what I'm saying? Look up, thankfully he did win. But the problem is the court. You see what I'm saying? I ain't never had a case that got tried in the White House. Have any of y'all ever had a case that got tried by the White House? I ain't never filed a case in Congress. See what I'm saying? That's why I try to tell you. It don't matter who the president is, or it don't matter who Congress is in my business. All my cases go to court or to an arbitrator. So that's why I'm trying to tell you. Paxton, the Attorney General of the state of Texas, he done sued the White House plenty of time. The White House. Them cases go to a judge. They got one lawyer that represent them at a time, one lawyer who do their legal documents at a time, and them cases going to a judge. So what Trump got to do with being president or not? That's what I want to know. What Trump got to do with me? You feel me? Because what's going to happen with me is I'm going to put you in a situation to where I'm going to sue you. And when I sue you, the case going to go to a judge. See what I'm saying? I got lawsuits that I really righteously could file that I haven't filed yet, still, to this day. I got lawsuits I could file to this day. Them lawsuits ain't going to Trump. I don't care, like, they can sign whatever they want to. That case got to go to a court. You got to win that case in the court. That judge, if it ain't a federal court, the federal government can't even talk to them state courts. And the state judge, they ain't even going to listen to them. The state courts, bro, every case I ever had in the state of Texas that went kind of like it was against it, I won every last one of them cases in state court. What case? I won a case in state court in Houston. I won one in Austin. I won all them cases in state court. Them state judges ain't with the Fed. That's what I'm saying. Y'all just delusional. Y'all just don't understand that. Whenever I have a problem or a grievance with someone, I'm going to file a lawsuit. When I have to file that lawsuit, I'm not filing it in the White House. Donald Trump ain't going to be my judge. See what I'm saying? If you came and slapped me in the face, what Donald Trump got to do with that? Donald Trump ain't going to ain't no White House going to make no decision on no case that I got. They can halfway do it in the federal court. They got a process in the federal court, but I ain't going to be filing in the federal court if it's a case like that. I'm being state court. That man ain't going to have nothing to do with nothing I got going on. Everything I got going on going to be with that state judge. I got down the rabbit hole. So sorry about that, guys. We're going to get right back to Diddy. So, guys, let's start going over the facts of the case in that Diddy case. I see you, Red G. Let's go over the facts of the case, and then I'll get back to the discussion. Okay, now, guys, that we have now discussed the case, I'm about to tell you about what happened or the facts as we know it with P. Diddy. Now, the facts that I'm bringing to you right now, including the charges brought against Mr. Combs, I got from a BBC News article. However, guys, during the research of the article, I verified the information as correct, and you guys could verify with me down in the stream. Keep on coming, guys. Keep the conversation going. We talking about Diddy this morning. We're going to decide, guys, if he's guilty or innocent. So whenever you start any case, guys, y'all going to learn so much about legal stuff if y'all hang out with me on Saturday mornings for this Legal Wars podcast, guilty or innocent. Guys, whenever you start the case, every time you start with the facts. Or the facts as you know. Anytime any of you guys in the stream, 150 people in here right now, any of you guys in the stream, if y'all say, hey, Ghost, can you help me with this case? Can you prepare some legal documents for me with the case? The first thing I'm going to do is ask you what happened. Those are the facts. Okay, so let's start with the facts of Diddy's case as we know it. So, as far as we know, it all started with a civil suit. Cassandra Ventura, a singer and model known as Cassie, was signed to Mr. Combs' record label Bad Boy Records and dated him for more than a decade, brought a civil suit. She said the mogul had used his position of power to set the groundwork for a manipulative and coercive romantic and sexual relationship. Keep that in mind. These are the facts. All of this started with Cassie filing that lawsuit, okay? We've been knowing Diddy was whatever he was. Been knowing that. We've been knowing that about Diddy. Who in this stream right now, get in the chat, gonna tell me that you been knowing that Diddy was something. We knew something was up with Diddy. If you don't, you really ain't into music or into the scene. Us in the scene, we heard a lot of stuff about Diddy for decades, even if it's as simple as the murder of Tupac Shakur. We've been hearing this stuff about Diddy for a long time. So don't act like it's new. So the facts is it started with Cassie filing that civil case. When Cassie filed that civil case, what happened is she alleged some things that happened to her that were crimes. Okay? Manipulative and coercive, romantic and sexual relationship. Remember that word coercion, okay? And sexual relationship. I'm going to teach you guys today about elements that you have to complete that case. Let's keep going. Her lawsuit included graphic descriptions of violent abuse, alleging that Mr. Combs regularly beat and kicked Miss Ventura, leaving black eyes, bruises, and blood. She described parties known as freak-offs, which are drug-fueled, days-long sexual performances, which Mr. Combs allegedly coerced women into and filmed for his pleasure. Ms. Ventura also accused the musician of sexual abuse and rape. Listen to that, okay? Because he could have got charged with that. She also accused him of sexual abuse and rape, but he wasn't charged with sexual abuse and rape like Bill Cosby or somebody. You see what I'm saying? He was charged with, we finna get into his charges, by the feds. Usually with rape, murder, regular cases. Okay, guys, I'm gonna teach y'all about jurisdiction. Regular things that happen within those state lines usually go to a state court. Okay, so that's like rape, murder, or anything like that. Usually, when the feds are involved, it's because you're moving across state line. So the feds pick those cases up. Okay, so you got to think about Diddy got fed charges. That is highly unusual for what happened with Cassie. But we just gonna stay with the facts. We're gonna stick to the facts, and we're gonna figure out what's going on. Okay, now that's important that Mr. Combs coerced women. And he filmed them for his own pleasure. I just want to say something, bro, just to think about the kind of human being that P. Diddy was, okay? So I could understand the way Homeland Security looking at this. They looking at this like this dude is some kind of freak of nature. Something ain't right with him. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to the facts. The facts is, before we get to the black eyes, the bruises, the blood, and all of that crazy stuff, the rape and the torture and the messing with children and all of that stuff, before we get into this stuff, I'm saying there's something. I don't do criminal law, guys, but I studied as paralegal. I do civil law, but in criminal law, there's something called mens rea, and basically that's the intent. Okay, we looking for the intent of a person. If you're looking for the intent, Miss Ventura was talking about them freak-offs, and what a freak-off is drug-fueled, days-long sexual performances. Skrrr! Pump the brakes, bruh. Drug-fueled. So everybody in here on drugs, like we got a bunch of crackheads in here, days long. So we in here cracked out for days, and it's sexual, but with a sexual thing. So I'm saying the guy couldn't just come to the room. Oh, I want 2 girls. Do what you gotta do with the 2 females. Okay, good night. Or y'all could stay the night. Wake up in the morning. I get y'all a cab. It ain't like that. Diddy, days long, days long. With a bunch of different people, we don't get into it. So the way looking at this dude, like, bruh, like, golly. But this dude need to get castrated or something. That's a little bit too much going on. They're looking at his character. Let's keep going, though, okay? Besides the fact that stepping into this, we all know that he's been accused of having something to do with Tupac's murder. I've heard people say Biggie's too. So he real famous for that. A student in the New York nightclub back in the 90s, 2000s with J-Lo that everybody talking about. Well, the guy that he was with was a rapper named Sean Poe. The girl that got shot in the face, the guy Sean Poe got charged for the shooting. But the girl who got shot said she seen Diddy shoot her. But the state of New York never charged her. Okay? I think the police, I'm not mistaken, I think the police found the gun in J-Lo purse. And J-Lo and Diddy left the club together. Diddy ain't never get in trouble for it. That's what I'm saying. He's been doing this for decades. All right? Let's keep going. Ms. Ventura also accused the musician of sexual abuse and rape and claimed that many of these incidents were witnessed by his tremendously loyal network who were not willing to do anything meaningful to stop the violence. So basically what Cassie is saying, it was a bunch of them with him and they didn't do anything to help her. The lawsuit also alleged that Mr. Combs destroyed a car belonging to U.S. rapper Kid Cudi. How many of you guys know Kid Cudi? This is what I was talking about, okay? To dissuade him from dating her, saying that Diddy blew up this guy's car. So look, I'm trying to figure out where Diddy mind at. So Diddy is okay with hiring men to have sex with his girl while he watch it and pleasure himself. This guy get high on drugs. He gonna call, bless up Kev, I'm gonna call you to come over to have sex with my girl while I film it and watch it and pleasure myself on drugs. And so when she go get another boyfriend, I'm saying, bro, ain't that what y'all doing? You ain't no honor among thieves, bro. Y'all all a bunch of filthy, nasty, dirty, trifling, trashy. You see what I'm saying? But you get mad when she going to be with a rapper named Kid Cudi. So he blew up the dude's car. See, that's what the Fed's looking at, like, golly, this guy's a menace. I'm not trying to put no dirt on him yet. We just going over the facts. But that's what happens when me as a litigator, when I'm reading over the facts, it's telling me whether or not I want to take the case or not. And so looking at the facts of the case, that's what we thinking about before we get into seeing all that Diddy did. We thinking about his mentality, drug fuse, long sexual performances. He hiring women, he beating women, he blowing up cars. They thinking this guy's a menace, okay? Let's keep going though, all right? So the lawsuit, okay, Kid Cudi, I said that, all right. They settled the case. So we talking about P. Diddy and Ms. Cassie settled the case for an undisclosed amount a day after it was filed in New York, with Mr. Combs still maintaining his innocence, okay? In the weeks after settling Cassie's lawsuit, Mr. Combs was accused of sexual assault dating back to 1991. See what I'm saying? By multiple women. Let's go over a few of those lawsuits. One lawsuit was filed anonymously by a woman who claimed Mr. Combs and another man had coerced her into having sex. We don't know about that. Let's keep going, though. In a second, Joy Dickerson Neal accused the star of drugging and sexually assaulting her when she was a college student in 1991. She also claimed he filmed the attack and showed it to other people without her consent. Bro, don't it look like a lot like Bill Cosby? Y'all remember Bill Cosby? It looked like a lot like that. But I'm finna tell y'all the difference with Diddy, that camera. Camera Diddy was going around filming. Diddy was giving the feds evidence for him. You feel me? He just thought he was larger than life. A third woman, Lisa Gardner, filed court papers accusing Mr. Combs and another man of raping her and her friend more than 30 years ago when she was 16. So that's like a bunch of rape charges. The state could probably get a clean conviction on him, but the state of New York did not charge him at all. Why did that happen? So I'm saying, why did New York charge him? Ms. Gardner also alleged that Mr. Combs had turned violent days during the attack, choking her so hard that she passed out. In the lawsuit, she said Mr. Combs had become irate while trying to track down her friend because he was worried and would inform the girl that it was the right time. The lawsuits all came shortly before the expiration of the New York Adult Survivors Act, which temporarily allowed people who said they had been sexually abused to file claims even after the statute of limitations had expired. So it's like the state of New York put that New York Adult Survivors Act out there so the ladies could come forward and press charges on guys like this. What, pedophile? What they put the law out there for? Donald Trump? They opened the New York Adult Survivors Act so people could come forward and put on charges on Donald Trump? I don't know. If you guys know, y'all could put it down in the comments. When did Eugene Carroll pull back those 20-year charges on Trump? That's what I'm saying. I don't know why they did it in New York, but for whatever reason they did it, the state of New York never brought charges on P. Diddy. The charges were brought by the feds. Let's keep going. Another woman sued Diddy in December, claiming she was sex trafficked. Okay? Listen to the charge. We start talking about sex trafficking, you're going to go across state lines. You start going across state lines, the state of New York can't go to California. They could go bring you back for some charges in California. Remember jurisdiction? And jurisdiction is about state lines. So when you cross state lines, what police? Okay, let's break it down. In your city that you stay in, y'all have police for that city. Those are city police. For me, it's Houston. That's Houston Police Department. In your county that you stay in, a little bit harder than the city, they could go anywhere in the county, their jurisdiction. HPD is only in the city limits of Houston. The Harris County Sheriff's Department go anywhere in Harris County, anywhere in the county. You got county police, okay? Then you have state police, could go anywhere in the state. The feds are the only law enforcement agency that can enforce laws in all 50 states, okay? So this woman in December, she filing a civil case. All of these cases started with people. Cassie started it off. The women started suing Diddy for money. The feds looking at those civil cases, okay? Civil law and criminal law. Usually you don't have police involvement in civil cases. The police involved in criminal cases. The women were suing Diddy in the civil cases. The police looked over at the civil cases. They seen all those crimes that were being alleged, and they passed it on. The court probably passed it on or called Homeland Security. They started investigating, and that's what happened, okay? So sex trafficking, we starting to see why federal charges are being brought in, okay? And gang rape by Mr. Combs, former Bad Boy president Harve Pierre, and another man in 2023 when she was 17. I'm going to say that again. Run it back one time. We're not talking about Diddy being a 22 or 23-year-old knucklehead smoking weed and knocked off a 16, 17-year-old. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Diddy being a mega star in his 30s at this time. So understand what we're talking about. We're not talking about a 22 or 23-year-old knucklehead that knocked off or a 33-year-old knucklehead that knocked off a 17-year-old. That's legal in a state. Well, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a 30-year-old multi-millionaire. The Notorious B.I.G. was famous at this time. It's important to keep it in context. That means that Diddy could have been dating whoever he wanted to. He could date whoever he wants to. So 30 years old, rich guy at this time. Another woman sued in December, claiming she was sex trafficked and gang raped by Mr. Combs, former Bad Boy president Harve Pierre, and another man in 2023 when she was 17 years old. In court papers, the woman known as Jane Doe alleged she was given copious amounts of drugs and alcohol. He 30-some years old, him and his homeboy gang raping a 17-year-old girl, feeding them drugs and alcohol. Let's keep going. Before the attack, and was left in so much pain she could barely stand or remember how she got home. Y'all pardon the expression, but if that was my daughter, I know she wrong, and I'm going to deal with her. But after I deal with her, I'm going to be looking for that dude trying to kill him, okay? That's just me. Guys, truth be told, that video did it for us. Y'all remember that video? You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember the Cassie video? Do y'all remember? P. Diddy beating Cassie in that. That's what did it. Think about how you thought before you seen that video, okay? Before you seen that video, we heard bad things. We were like, yeah, we know Diddy a slum bag. But did Cassie want it? Did Diddy really beat Cassie? Because Diddy was denying everything. This our dude. We know Diddy. We don't know these women. We know Diddy. That's our dude. When we seen that video, though, y'all, that changed everything, okay? Seeing Homeland Security raid Diddy's mansions when we didn't know what was going on, everyone was speculating and talking. However, after seeing Cassie video, we started finding out and seeing that Diddy was a real monster. CCTV footage emerged showing Mr. Combs assaulting Cassie Ventura in the hallway of a Los Angeles hotel in 2016. You think 2016? This dude just getting charged in 2023, bro. That's a long time that boy been acting crazy. Way before that, too. The pictures broadcast by CNN show the man pushing Miss Ventura to the floor and kicking her while she was on the ground. He later attempted to drag her by the shirt and throw an object at her. A day later, Mr. Combs apologized, saying, I take full responsibility for the actions in the video. I was disgusted. Then when I did it, I'm disgusted now. Ms. Ventura later posted a statement highlighting the lifelong impact of domestic violence. It broke me down to see someone I never thought I would become, Ms. Ventura. Bro, guys, we get to the chat, we get into the discussion. Before you form I know a lot of you guys have already formed your opinions. I just want y'all to remember before we seen that video, you guys got to remember, I heard Cassie got like 20 million. So Cassie leaves Diddy, okay, and she go be with like her trainer, bodyguard dude. She done marry her bodyguard trainer dude. Whoever he is, it's irrelevant to the case. She done left Diddy. Okay, so she not getting no money no more. She not an artist no more, none of that. All of a sudden, she come out and sue Diddy for some stuff that she participated in. So we just think, hey, she just trying to get money. She got 20 million off of it. That's what I heard. It's settled for 20 M. So remember that. I think when we seen the video, I think that started changing things. We down to the discussion, guys. I hope y'all been having a lively discussion in the chat. We about to get down to it. That's the facts of the case. We done went over the facts. We're going to go over the charges next, okay? That's the facts of the case. So, guys, that's the facts, okay? It started with Cassie's civil suit. Then the feds picked up the case, and lawsuit after lawsuit has been filed against Diddy. Now, I know he has been accused of doing things with minors and all that, but I'm not addressing any superseding indictments or any charges that might be added on later, okay? We just went over the facts, so I'm just want to discuss the facts of this case for these charges that he's going to get charged with, okay? Pursuant to the charges he's been charged with. So the discussion is, guys, what do you think about the accusations against Diddy? Do you believe them? How do you think it's possible Diddy could get a fair trial? Jump down in the comments. Let's get the conversation going. Okay? So everyone, right now, if you hadn't liked the video, I ask that you'll like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, guys. And if you want to donate to the channel like Aloha Kitty and Brian C has already done, guys, go ahead and hit that super chat, whatever you guys want to talk about. I'll stop and we could discuss your super chat, and your donations are much appreciated. So, guys, the question is, do you think that Diddy could get a fair trial? What do you think about the facts of the case? You know what I'm saying? What you guys think? Y'all let me know. I'm down in the comments. I'm seeing what we talking about, guys. What we talking about? What you think? Diddy guilty? Jones says the best is yet to come. Trump 2024. I understand they want to keep talking about politics, guys. On Tuesday, we're going to talk about politics. Robert James said she should sue New York State too, and the feds plus CA sounds like Democrats too. So good morning, Robert James. Hadn't seen you in a while, sir. How are you doing? So Robert James, my question is, so you saying that the Democrats, the CIA, New York State, and feds got something to do with Cassie? What happened to Cassie? Or was that just Diddy? I'm trying to figure that out. I'm not sure. So James Sanson says, hey, Ghost, I told you your chick was going to lose. Guys, Tuesday is politics. We talking law and P. Diddy, guilty or innocent. He says the Senate and the House and the popular vote. Yes, indeed, Mr. James. The Republicans, they ran the scoreboard, the House, the everything. They did it to the Democrats. Very embarrassing for all Democrats. 10,000%. Piff 1000 says the liquor company paid her to do that, and she double dipped. That's what I was looking for, Piff 1000. So please expound on that, sir. Please expound on that. Because if you guys didn't know, P. Diddy has started going after some rich, powerful people. Some very rich, powerful people. If Piff 1000 would expound on that. And them going after those powerful people contacted like, this dude's so dirty, he a sleazeball. Y'all go ahead and pull the rug under P. Diddy, man. And I think, me personally, that's what happened. But I'm saying, still as a litigator or as a jury member, as a judge, looking at the facts of the case, whether that happened behind the scenes or not, if the man guilty of the charges, I'm saying Homeland, the police gonna do their job. Their job is to enforce the law. The judge is supposed to administer the law. What the law say, administer. You see what I'm saying? I'm supposed to either defend him or prosecute him according to the law. So we know all this extra stuff going on, but the question I would have for Diddy, Piff, that was a real good comment, though. But Piff, the question I would have for Diddy is, did you rape this woman? Did you sexually assault this woman? Or did you get him drugs? Because all the stuff that's going on outside of this, we know it's stuff going, it's politics and everything. See what I'm saying? Especially in law enforcement. It's more politics and law enforcement. Y'all be surprised. I'm not trying to bash nobody. I'm just being real. More than you would think. But I'm saying, like, we know all that's going on, but I'm saying as far as the law, we just got to stick on the law and stick with the facts. If he did it, he did it. Did he do it or did he not? The color green said black folk got paid. The color green, anytime I go in a situation with a powerful black man like this, that's doing things that other men, especially white men, doing and getting away with it, I always think that. But that's the thing about the law, okay? That's the thing about the law. You have to, when you love the law, it's black and white, it's words on the page. If he raping women, whether I can't think about what other people are doing, I can't think about, all I got to think about, if he's raping women, he's guilty. If he's sex trafficking, we're going to go over the charges in a second because he wasn't charged with rape. But if he if he was running a criminal organization, that RICO charge, he's guilty. All that other stuff, I keep it in mind. But Piff and y'all, what we do is we use that information. If they own some Jim Crow stuff, we're going to use that information to help protect other black famous people. But if they raping people and doing stuff like that, then hey, don't they need to go to jail? Why should they get away with it? That's the thing about the law. You can't let nobody slide. If they're guilty, they got to pay the price. Because if I'm guilty, they're going to want me to pay the price. They try to make me pay the price for stuff that's not even against the law or stuff I ain't even guilty of. Stuff that they'll imagine that I might do. You're going to try to make me pay for something you think I might do. Yeah, if you're guilty of something, you got to pay. Bless Up Kev says, I'm back, Kitty. Had to step away. Mr. James says he was doing that to all those people and women and kids. It goes deep, it's real, and there are a lot of rich people who paid, bro. James, how much of that do you think is going to get brought out in his case? You see what I'm saying? Like, we seen what happened with Epstein, where Epstein had dirt on everybody. But we see how it ended for him, with him killing himself in the cell. You think that Diddy might face the same fate? You think they're going to try to silence him? Or how much of that you think will be brought up? That's a really good point. Really, really good point. Fat Lamar says, Ghost, to be honest, some of this Diddy recording, plus having his kids remove the pizza boxes, is so disturbing. Yes, sir, I understand your sentiment. I appreciate you participating in the discussion, but sir, I just cannot laugh at anything having to do with him harming children. I understand you saying him having his kids, but the stuff Diddy did to me is not funny whatsoever. It's very immoral. It's very wicked. I'm just trying to stay on the legal aspects in the law, because you have to do that. But your guys got to remember, I'm a Christian before anything else. So you think about how immoral and unrighteous this guy is, bro. It's disgusting. It's very disgusting. But we're going to stick with the law and the facts of the case as the law. You see what I'm saying? Well, the law has taught me, bro, I like ADHD all over the map. Can't be the law taught me to focus, because you'll lose a case if you don't focus. The rabbit holes, you guys know how I be doing the weave? Doing the weave like Donald Trump. You guys know how I do the weave, and bro, you have to stay on point in the law. You have to focus. So we got to stay on point, guys. Too Cool says G Daddy from Australia, mate. That's too funny. So Barrel Boom says Bill tried to buy NBC. Diddy tried to sue Surratt. You stepping out your place. It ain't about the law. It's not about the law for those other people, Barrel. But for Diddy, it's about the law. That's all it's about. That's what I'm saying. It's politics and everything. Even with the judge making his decision, it's politics in that. That is deeper than the law. It's politics in everything in life. So I know all these people want to bring this politics and extra stuff into it. That's fine and dandy. But I'm saying, as far as Diddy's case, it is about the law. It's all about the law in Diddy's case. We're back says Tupac was Diddy's gay lover. Man, that's just too funny. Too funny. He says Tupac was Diddy's girlfriend, basically. Too funny. Piff 1000. I like Piff 1000's comments. He says the crazy stuff is Diddy might get them some liquor execs on camera indulging. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying that they had the power to pull the plug on them. Do you think they got the power to cover all the stuff that's on them? You know what I'm saying? What you think? So, guys, I see all you guys' comments. Guys, when y'all make comments, I ask that y'all please be descriptive in the conversation if you guys want to have a discussion. We talking about P. Diddy, guys. We just went over the facts of the case. If you guys hadn't already liked the video, I ask that you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, that super chat button wide open, guys. If y'all want to donate to the channel, y'all want to have a discussion, I'll stop everything I'm doing, focus on your comment, guys. You know what I'm saying? So we went over the facts of the case with P. Diddy. Now we're going to go over the indictment or the charges that he was charged with, okay, guys? So Diddy was arrested in a Manhattan hotel room after a grand jury indictment. His lawyer said the star had cooperated with authorities and voluntarily relocated to New York in anticipation of the charges. These are the acts of an innocent man with nothing to hide, and he looks forward to clearing his name in court. This is what his lawyer's saying about him, okay? In an appearance in the U.S. District Court in New York, Mr. Combs was charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Y'all three remember those charges? I have a super chat right now, so I gotta stop. You guys know anytime I get a super chat, I'll stop everything I'm doing. I'll read that super chat. I want to see 150 likes on Mr. Shatar. $5 super chat. He has donated plenty of times before. Thank you for that donation, sir. Thank you for that $5 donation, for that $5 super chat. Guys, everybody want to talk about politics this morning. I know that's how I started the stream. Guys, you know the super chats. I don't care what you want to talk about. I'll stop everything I'm doing. Read that super chat. Thank you again for that donation. He says, hope Trump has the DOJ dig deep into Diddy schemes. Too many kids being left behind these last 4 years. That's a very good point to bring up. Like, we're going to talk about that later. Is it possible that Trump, since he has a relationship with Diddy, could he possibly pardon Diddy? We know Trump is real famous about pardoning black rappers. A lot of people think that's how he peeled away a lot of support from the Democrats in the black community. That being said, we heard Trump real tough on the campaign trail talking about children, the missing children from the Biden-Harris administration lost due to immigration. Trump seems like he's tough on crime. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to see like who his attorney general is and what their goals and objectives will be. So Shartar, that is a very good comment, guys. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the super chat. Guys, feel free to talk about anything you want to, although we're talking about the laws. Every Saturday we're doing guilty or innocent, you know what I'm saying? But on Tuesday, guys, do not forget, every Tuesday, guys, we're talking about politics. Every Tuesday. You see what I'm saying? But today we're talking about the law, you know what I'm saying? And P. Diddy in particular. So, guys, keep those comments coming. Keep those comments coming. Eddie Mack says Diddler and gang are going down. Bless Up Kev says Trump don't want to touch Diddy. He gonna let him sit. Yeah, I hear you, Bless Up Kev, and I think that might be possible. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, right now we went over the facts of the case. Guys, I see Shatar with another $2 super chat. Thank you, sir, so much for your kind donation. Another $2 super chat, guys. I want to see 150 likes on that $2 super chat from Shatar. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, my brother, for your donation. Donate to the channel. He says, just don't bring Pompeo back. Bro, if you ask me personally, I think Mike Pompeo was a good Secretary of State. That's me personally. Me personally, out of all the cabinet people Trump put in there, him and Trump got along pretty good. He seemed like he was kind of like the most common sense person that you could have. One of the most common sense people Trump could have put in that position. I feel like Mike Pompeo was that. But Mike Pompeo and Trump bump heads, so I don't think that's going to happen. I think Trump got a whole new squad, whole new gang of people he coming with this time. Shartar, I appreciate that $2 super chat. Anybody want to discuss anything you guys want to discuss, you guys just go ahead and hit that super chat. Donate to the channel. Your donations are much appreciated. Guys, we talking about the charges that were brought against P. Diddy, okay? So we got sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution. Those are the charges the feds brought against him. In an indictment that was unsealed at the same time, Prosecutors allege that he also engaged in kidnapping, forced labor, robbery, and other charges. Remember that. Kidnapping, forced labor, robbery, and other charges. Y'all remember that for those RICO charges. We're going to talk about it in a second. They describe Diddy as the head of a criminal enterprise. So, guys, if y'all know about Bad Boy Records, y'all know about P. Diddy. If you guys in your 30s and 40s, you see what I'm saying? Do you guys think that P. Diddy was running a criminal enterprise? I think that RICO charge is going to be the hardest charge for the feds. Do you think it was just a bunch of females that he had around him? You see what I'm saying? That was getting them to get other females so they could have art orgies, sex workers? Or do you think he actually was running a criminal enterprise? We're going to talk about that in just a second, though, guys. So let's keep going, okay? A criminal enterprise that abused women using threats of violence to force women into participating in drug-fueled orgies with male prostitutes. Diddy just watching this. Think about this. This is a weirdo. I got a girlfriend, and I'm going to call another nigga, excuse my language. I'm going to call another dude to come have sex with my girl. I'm going to watch it. Do the freak. These freak routes were elaborate and produced sexual performances and were highly organized parties, prosecutors said. Mr. Combs allegedly booked hotel suites, recruited sex workers, and distribute drugs, including cocaine, methamphetamine, and oxycodone to coerce partygoers. So he's giving them drugs into sex and keep them obedient. He giving them drugs to get them to have sex and to keep them obedient. His staff allegedly arranged travel for the victims. Remember that. Sex trafficking. You got to be going over state line. I'm going to tell y'all about the laws and the definition of the laws just a second. And organize the supply of advantageous fluids to keep them to recover from the parties, which sometimes lasted for days. Shark Tar with another $5 super chat. Right now, I want to see 125 likes on Shark Tar's super chat. Keep on donating to the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you for that donation. Always have donated to the channel. I appreciate it, my brother. That chat button is wide open. You guys want to donate to the channel? Anything you guys want to get off your chest? You see what I'm saying? I'll stop everything I'm doing like I'm doing with Shartar, and I'll read your comment. Says start the same about Lloyd Austin until he threatened Lula to pressure Venezuela to stay out of BRICS. We don't need any more neocons. But I'm saying, like, man, listen, me personally, I think that Trump, like, I really do believe that he won't necessarily end all the wars, but I think it's going to get a lot quieter in the international lane. But I think in America, it's going to get more chaotic. You see what I'm saying? He's a highly charged, passionate, like, politician. So a lot of things he does, like deporting children from their families, I think that's going to bring a lot of litigation. It's going to get charged up. A lot of things he says, it'll be a highly charged environment in America. So as long as the peace is kept in America, as long as he can handle a health crisis and can keep the peace in America, I think he'll be okay. I have no problems with him on immigration and the economy or anything like that. It's just keeping the peace in America and being able to handle a crisis. I don't have no problem with foreign policy. You see what I'm saying? Those are the only thing I have with him. But guys, I appreciate that donation, guys. We getting right back to P. Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Diddy. So, is it sex trafficking? We're talking about Diddy's lawyers. Diddy's lawyers asking, is it sex trafficking? Because prosecutors also alleged that Mr. Combs was taping these freak-offs and would use the footage to pressure his victims into silence. If you guys talk, I'm going to show this dude was a mess, wasn't he? If convicted, the musician faces a sentence of 15 years. From 15 years to life in prison. Mr. Combs' lawyers declared his client's innocence and described the freak-offs as consensual. but you still gave him drugs. Let me stop, though. We ain't into the litigating part. We still into the facts and the law. Okay? Is it sex trafficking? Not if everybody wants to be there. That's the question, guys. Y'all get down in the comments and let me know. If I'm having a party and it's a sex party and everybody wants to get there and I'm giving all the girls drugs and it lasts for days, is that sex trafficking? That's Mr. Combs' lawyer argument. We finna get to the arguments, okay? Okay, so Combs was denied bail after prosecutors argued that he posed a significant risk to the trial, reporting that he had already tried to obstruct the government's investigation of this case, repeatedly contacting victims and witnesses and feeding them false narratives of events. So the prosecution said that Diddy can't get bail because he's been trying to call the witnesses and trying to coerce the witnesses before he got charged. The judge cited the star's anger issues and a history of substance abuse as reasons for keeping him detained until the trial. My concern is that this is a crime that happens behind closed doors. This is what the judge said. So Diddy is being contained in Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center until his trial, which is tentatively scheduled for the 5th of May, 2025. That's not that far. Guys, so y'all heard about the indictments on P. Diddy. Okay, guys, we heard about the indictments. We got the facts of the case. We heard about the indictment, what he was charged with. He was charged with sex trafficking. He was charged with the RICO and transportation to induce prosecution. Okay, so we got the facts. We know what happened. We know what he was charged with. Let's look up the law and let's see if the law, the words in the book, actually match the facts, Diddy's actions, okay? So let's do this. First, let's start with sex trafficking. If you guys are looking this up right now, guys, I will give you the codes when we go over the law. The sex trafficking code that Diddy was charged with was 18 USC chapter 77. And that's subsections 1581 through 1597. I'll say it for you again. Sex trafficking, okay? That's federal charges in a federal court. That means if the feds come get you for sex trafficking, they're going to charge you with 18 USC chapter 77. That's subsections 1581 through 1597. Peonage, slavery, and trafficking in persons. So here's the legal definition of sex trafficking. We know what Diddy did. Let's see if Diddy's actions matches the words on the page. Don't force Diddy to be guilty now. Let's just see if what he did matches the definition of what sex trafficking did. So this is my question. Kush boy, this is my question for you, my boy. So sex trafficking, the legal definition of federal sex trafficking is whoever knowingly, number one, is affecting interstate or foreign commerce, okay? This Diddy's action affecting interstate commerce, that means is it moving from state to state, okay? Or foreign commerce means out of town, okay? Or within the special maritime and territorial jurisdiction of the United States, recruits, entices, harbors, transports, provides, obtains, advertises, maintains, patronizes, or solicits by any means. So the question is, did Diddy recruit? Did he recruit females for his sex parties? Be honest, did he? Did he entice any of them? Did he harbor any of them? Did he transport any of them? Did he provide for any of them? Money or anything like that? Obtain, advertise? Did he maintain any of them? Did he patronize or solicit any of them? That's what the law said. Did he do that? Did he benefit financially or by receiving anything of value from participation in a venture which has engaged in an act described. Now, here's the question. Our big thing that we're going to have for this sex trafficking. What the law says, did he benefit financially or by receiving anything of value? So I could tell y'all right now with my experience practicing law, okay, that this whole, is he guilty of sex trafficking? Everything for that hour and 20 minutes that we just streamed comes down to this. Did he receive anything of value from participating in that? A lot of times when you have sex trafficking, what you have is a guy with a bunch of females and he out there pimping them. He got them out there on Bissonnette out here in Houston. That's a famous street with streetwalkers. Or he got them on IG, or he got him, he got like a chat thing for fee. He out there getting money off of them engaging in commercial sexual activities. What I'm saying is what Diddy's lawyer is going to argue is, did he receive anything of value for it? I mean, do you say him sitting there masturbating, watching it? Is that anything of value for participating in that? That's the question. What benefit did Diddy receive from it? Because you got to have a benefit for sexual. Okay. Now let's keep going. I'm going to let y'all decide. I'm going to ask y'all. Knowing or accept where the act constituting the violation of paragraph 1 is advertising and reckless disregard of the fact that by means of force, these are some more elements. We need this. We need force. First of all, he had to receive something of value for it. And then while he's doing this, we need force, we need threats of force, we need fraud, we need coercion, described in a subsection E2, that's a different part of this law, or any combination of such means will be used to cause the person to engage in a commercial sexual act. So guys, this is what we need for sex trafficking. For Diddy to be convicted. Listen, anybody could run in your house and put handcuffs on you and charge you with anything. I'm talking about with him being convicted. This is what the law says. The law says, okay, he was charged. The feds charged him with 18 U.S. Code 77. If you guys want to look it up. 18 U.S. Code, that subsection is 1581. Okay, but it's chapter 77, sex trafficking. What you do when you want to find out is somebody guilty, you go to the law. That's what you got a paralegal for, a chief litigator with you in the stream. Cry me a river. Hey, I see my boy Kush Boy in here. I'm going to get down there in just a minute. But we got a chief litigator in the stream. That's what you got me for. I'm going to go to the code that he was charged with. And I'm going to take what the definition, what the law says on paper, and we're going to take Diddy's actions, what Diddy did, facts in the law. That's how you do a case. We're going to take what Diddy did with what the law says, and we're going to combine them and see if they match. If they match, he's guilty. If they don't match, they're just trying to put something on him, okay? So what the law says is recruits, entices, harbors, transports, provides, obtains, advertises, maintains, patronizes, solicits any person. Diddy can't say he didn't do that. He did probably 5 or 6, if not all of that. Okay, here's the question. Benefited financially? I don't think Diddy was benefited financially. Do you guys think so? You think he was selling the females? So you don't have that. But the law says receives anything of value. You guys remember that. If you guys watch that case, that receive anything of value is going to be a high point of contention. Diddy's lawyers are going to argue that, okay? From participating in a venture which was engaged in the act, okay? Now, force, threats of force, fraud, coercion. Force and threats of force, that's on tape with Cassie. That's on tape with Cassie. Can you say Diddy received anything of value from what he had going on with Cassie? So if he ain't receiving nothing besides the sex, how is he trafficking her? You see what I'm saying? That's going to be hard to prove. But the rest of it, it looks good. But let's keep going, guys. I'm not going to decide the case. I'm going to let y'all decide the case. I'm just trying to get y'all to that point, okay? Guys, now here I will give you at this point precedent or case law. What precedent or case law is what a different sexual trafficking case. I'll look up a federal sexual trafficking case and I will give y'all that case and tell you how the judge ruled in that case. But in this, I'm not going to do that, okay? I'm going to just go because I think it's kind of self-explanatory. You see what I'm saying? So it's not complex. So what we're going to do on guilty or innocent, I usually do civil law, but here we're going to do the definition of sexual trafficking, see if it applies to what Diddy actually did. So what we're looking for is acts. Did Diddy recruit, harbor, transport, provide, obtain, patronize, or solicit another person for commercial sex, meaning where they're getting paid? Did he do that? Yes, he did. Purpose. Did Diddy compel labor or services or commercial sex act? We heard he was forcing the girls. He got accused of rape. He was giving them drugs. So it looked like he compelled. I'm going to let y'all decide. It means that Diddy use force, fraud, or coercion, which we finna decide. Guilty or innocent. This how we solve a case, guys. That's how we solve a case. I told you guys the facts of the case. I told you guys what the law says. Now we must determine if his actions broke the definition of the laws of sexual trafficking. What you guys think? It's discussion time. Get down in the comments what y'all think. Is Diddy guilty of sex trafficking? Do you guys think he's guilty? Guys, please be descriptive with your comments. Jump down below. Let's have a conversation. Guilty or innocent? If you say guilty, tell me why, in accordance with the law, that he's guilty. If he's innocent, the same thing. Everyone, right now, if y'all haven't liked the video, I ask that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. You guys want to donate to the channel, super chat's wide open. I appreciate your donations. So, chat, Diddy was accused of violating 18 U.S. Code Chapter 77, subsection 1591, 81 through 97. I told you the facts, told you the law, the elements of the case, so it's up to you guys. Sexual trafficking. Everybody in the chat right now, as I go read LRD's super chat, that $5 super chat, I want to see 140 likes on LRD's super chat. As I go read that $5 super chat, what I want, everybody, I got 150 people in here right now. I want y'all all to get down in the comments. P. Diddy, guilty or innocent? Spam it right now. Is P. Diddy just the sexual trafficking? Not everything, not all together. Not is he a scumbag? Y'all are the jury. The chat is the jury. Here's the instructions to the jury. I'm not asking if Diddy is a scumbag. I'm not asking if he raped somebody, if he a bad person, if he beat Cassie, yada, yada. If you don't like him, I'm not asking none of that. I'm asking in accordance with the law, what I just read, y'all, if y'all are paying attention, is P. Diddy guilty of sex trafficking? I want to see guilty or innocent in the chat right now. Y'all, let me get this $5 super chat, and I'm going to do that. He said, talking about Diddy, get on some S. 24 through 1289, Ohio Supreme Court fight for gun rights and personal sovereignty to end corporate slavery. LRD Mobile, thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Corporate slavery, I think, has a lot to do with Diddy's situation. We're going to get into that like very, very much specific. LRD, I hadn't seen a lot of you guys in here that were here from the get-go. We usually do politics on Tuesdays, News Hour with Ghostwriter. We got a new setup. I stream 2 days a week, guys, only 2 days. Tuesday morning, 5:30, we doing politics. Saturday morning, 7 a.m., we doing the law. We just got Diddy this morning. I appreciate that super chat, that donation, my brother, that $5 super chat. Guys, once again, I'm going through and reading what you guys saying. My boy, Kush Boy, welcome back, Kush Boy. He said, but they say Diddy will have you unalive. I know. And that's why a lot of people, Kush Boy, were scared to come out against him. You know what I'm saying? Mike Farrell says, Ghost, we did it. I see that. I see that. Trump done won. I see all y'all saying Trump done won. So Michael Thomas says, guilty. Michael, tell me why Diddy's guilty. Tay says Diddy was wilding, guilty. Gino says guilty. Mike Farrell says, oh, Diddy today? Probably. So Mike's saying guilty. Sir Bay says innocent. So if this was a jury, I needed 12 guilties. I got one innocent. One innocent mean a hung jury. That mean he gonna get away with it, guys. You see what I'm saying? I didn't get to 4 guilties before I got to an innocent. That mean he gonna get away with that. Listen, Collop says that he's innocent. Bro, that's true. So guys, y'all are not convicting Diddy unanimously of sexual trafficking. So if you guys want to get into an argument, a debate, we can. Either Sir Bay or Calio, one of you guys could step up as the defense lawyer. He's saying that he's innocent. And Gino says he's guilty. Tay says he's guilty. Michael Thomas says he's guilty. Kush Boy says he's guilty. Kush Boy, prosecute the case against him. How is he guilty of sexual trafficking? This is what I'm saying. Kush Boy, I'm not going to prosecute the case, but Kush Boy, y'all who's saying that he is innocent, he's guilty, y'all have to prosecute him. I'm not going to do it for you, but what I'm saying is did Diddy receive anything of value? Because if he didn't receive anything of value, me as the judge, I'm going to be looking for that to convict him of sexual trafficking. Because the jury, y'all as a group, is saying that he's a lot of y'all saying that he innocent. So I'm saying I want to see the argument. Why is he innocent? Why is he guilty? Did he receive anything of value? Kush Boy says, how would you like to wake up with your blank hole blown out? Kush Boy always gonna do it. Always, always, always. It's me. Lisa says not guilty of S3X trafficking by definition, unless I miss something. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's me. Lisa Lee says he's not guilty as well. You know? Let's see. Joe says they all say they're innocent, but he's guilty. Y'all, let's get into the conversation on what the law says. Why is he guilty? Why is he innocent? Sir Bay says, why hook up when he calls if you don't want to party because you want that pay or something? That is true. But I'm saying though, but so Sir Bay saying his argument, basically, he's saying all the girls that were there, they all wanted to be there. He said if they didn't want, they sex workers, if they didn't want to be there, they didn't have to be there. Kush Boy says, because it don't matter if you fly a chick out, you're still sexual trafficking. But Kush Boy, I think, yeah, I know it is the law, but Kush Boy, you have to receive something of value. See what I'm saying? You just flying a girl out and having sex with her isn't trafficking sex. It is commercial. So I'm saying, like, the female would be a Jane Doe, you would be a John Doe. The female would be like a prostitute, and you would be whatever they call that person is. So you could get a misdemeanor for soliciting prostitution. But I'm saying if you just have sex with a girl because you fly her out, that's not, you trafficking and you're having sex. But the law says that you have to receive something of value. When we think of sex trafficking, we thinking for commercial sexual purposes. We thinking me the pimp, I'm flying this girl out to have, Kush Boy, I'm going to send a girl out to you to have sex with you. I'm a pimp, sex trafficking. I'm getting paid a percentage of her having sex with you. That's what I'm saying. Is Diddy guilty of that? Let's say Joe Schmo says he should be put in the jail for the rest of his life. I'm not going to argue with that, sir. I agree with that 1,000%. But right now, we just looking at sexual trafficking, what the federal law says, and is he guilty under that federal law of sex trafficking? PIF 1000 says they got the tapes. It's flight plans, money transactions. They got the tapes, but I'm saying it's hard to prove, like, unless they have something of him receiving, like that's a good PIF. That's a good point. So here's what Piff's saying. So if Diddy got a party, I'm not gonna call nobody's name. So say Diddy got a party, he got J-Law here, and he charging people to get into his party where they're gonna be doing drugs and they having sex. Then y'all got him dead to rights. There it go, right there. There it go. That's what we need. That's the evidence. I'm teaching y'all how to litigate. If you are a litigator and you a prosecutor and you bring in the charges against Diddy, I just laid out what the law says, the fact says, sexual harassment, everything. What we need to convict Diddy is him receiving something in value. Everything else we got him on. Okay? Let's look at it. Everything else we got him on. As far as the sexual trafficking that he got charged with. He got charged with 3 things. He gonna get read 3 verdicts. He gonna get read a verdict guilty or innocent on sexual trafficking, guilty or innocent on the RICO, or guilty or innocent in engaging in prostitution, which I mean, I'm gonna talk about that in a section. So here, sexual trafficking, if I go off like a jury off the track, I have a few of y'all saying he's innocent. So we can't convict him if y'all saying he's innocent. It looked like my boy Kush Boy and some others leading the charge saying he's guilty. So this is what I'm saying. He did transport females across state line. That he did do. He's 1,000% guaranteed that he did that. And had sex with her. But the law says, though, that it's got to be infecting interstate or commercial commerce, which it is, I guess, if you coming across state lines and you changing money, okay? Within the special maritime and territorial jurisdiction of the United States, which it is, recruits, entices, harbors, transports, provides, obtains, advertises, maintains, patronizes, solicits any person. He did all of that. So we good on everything so far. Let's keep going. Benefits financially. We don't know nothing about Diddy benefiting financially, do we? Or by receiving anything of value. Do we know about him receiving anything of value? From participation in a venture that has engaged in an act described. Okay? The force, threats of force, fraud, coercion, we got all the information. So we got him besides the fact that did he receive anything of value? If he didn't, they're not going to have enough to convict him with as good as Diddy lawyers are on that. So, guys, I'm going to ask y'all one more time, guys. This is my final take. The judge, guilty or innocent of the sexual trafficking? That's what I want to know, guys. Right now, guilty or innocent of the sexual trafficking? I want to know that. Kush Boy says he didn't need no money. What you mean, Kush Boy? What you mean about money? He said, I want to see the freak off tapes. Bro, you ain't going to be able to see any freak off tapes. But what you mean he didn't need any money? You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out what you mean by that. Let's see. Hi Lopez says that he's guilty. Why do you say he's guilty, sir? You know what I'm saying? Piff is laughing at Kush Boy saying he want to see the freak off tapes. Let's see. Oh, Mike Farrell says, when you're effing dudes in the butt without consent, yes, everything about all that is illegal. That's too funny. I don't know if that's sexual trafficking, though. You know what I'm saying? Kush Boy says, well, in that case, I don't think he's not guilty. So, Kush Boy, that's what I'm saying. The question, so guys, I'm going to ask y'all one more time, guilty or innocent? Y'all got all the facts, spam it in the chat right now. one person said, guys, if I get 24 people, if one person says two people says he innocent, out of 24 people, he's not guilty. So guilty or innocent. Sir Bay says he's innocent. First person, Diddy guilty or innocent? Joshua says he's guilty. We're only talking about sexual trafficking. Guilty or innocent? Come on, guys. Jose says, who thought? Guilty or innocent, guys? Sexual trafficking. Kush Boy says, I want to see the ladies freak offs. Mike Farrell. Chris says, guilty. Jose says, I just joined. We're talking about Diddy. Is he guilty or innocent of sexual trafficking? Let's see. Groovy says, guilty. Mita, good morning, Mita. How are you doing, baby? Jose says, guilty. Faith says, innocent. Faith, we just went over it, baby. One fell off says, guilty. Patricia says, guilty. Joshua says, guilty. Let's see. Fred says guilty. Kush Boy says some of your favorite stars and the people you look up to, politicians, they're doing the same thing right now. You just don't know about it. I agree with that all the way. So Joshua said you dumb if you thinking he's innocent. So I seen a lot of guilties, a lot of innocent guys. Good morning, Mita. How you doing, baby? If for us to be able to convict him in a court, we're going to need everybody to say, or more people, you're going to need 12 guilties to no innocence or one. We're going to need 12 guilties. We ain't got the numbers. So, guys, as of right now, I don't think there's enough evidence that Diddy received something in return. So, as of right now, we got to say he's innocent of the sexual trafficking, okay? According to the chat. Because the chat, we can't find any evidence that he received anything of profit. Not saying that he didn't. The government had presented their case. But what I'm saying is, according to this stream, this chat, this early in the case, we're not able to convict him of sexual trafficking. Let's look at racketeering, okay? Now, I really don't like doing this, but that RICO law is so long. And a lot of it really doesn't pertain to what Diddy did. So let me summarize it for you. I like reading y'all what the law says directly, okay? The RICO law, the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970, the Racketeering Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, RICO, makes it unlawful to acquire, operate, or receive income from an enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity geared toward going organized criminal activities. The underlying tenet of RICO is to prove and prohibit a pattern of crimes conducted through an enterprise, which the statute defines as any individual, partnership, corporation, association, or any legal entity, and any union or group of individuals associated, in fact, although not a legal entity. Under RICO, it's a crime for an individual to belong to an enterprise that is involved in a pattern of racketeering, even if the racketeering was committed by other members. Specifically, Section 1962 of RICO prohibits any person from, number one, using income received from a pattern of racketeering activity or from the collection of an unlawful debt to acquire an interest in an enterprise affecting interstate commerce, acquired or maintaining through a pattern of racketeering activity or through collection of an unlawful debt and interest in an enterprise affecting interstate commerce. 3, conducting or participate in the conduct of the affairs of an enterprise. You see, interstate commerce, we already seen that in sexual trafficking. So the RICO is an enterprise. Basically, is Diddy running a criminal enterprise? That's going to be the whole question on this RICO, okay? Through a pattern of racketeering activity or through collection of an unlawful debt or conspiring to participate in these activities. That's why I said reading the law word for word, the RICO is a long law. It was written for like gambling organizations. You see what I'm saying? That's what the RICO was written for. The RICO was written for a mafia organization, okay? They're trying to say that P. Diddy was running a criminal organization. Y'all about to decide. Let's keep going. Guys, now here, I will give you precedent or case law for federal sex trafficking statutes, meaning that we would look at a couple of cases, how they were previously ruled on, but I think the definition of the law is self-explanatory with the acts Diddy were accused of. So we're looking for guilt or innocent in civil law. We have what we call the elements of the statute. Let's apply that mentality to criminal law and see if Diddy's actions fit into the definition of a RICO, okay? We're looking for Diddy's actions, and do the government have proof, substantial proof that Diddy was running a criminal enterprise? Okay, there must be one of 4 specified relationships between the defendant and the enterprise. Either the defendant, number 1, invested the proceeds of the pattern of racketeering activity into the enterprise, okay? We got to figure out with Diddy whether or not he was a part of an enterprise. You see what I'm saying, Kush Boy? If they came and picked me up and say I was a gangster disciple, if they could prove I was a gangster disciple, you ain't got to prove I'm a part of an enterprise. What I'm saying, Diddy ain't got no mafia. He got Bad Boy Entertainment and a bunch of people that he got around him working. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. We got to first prove he was part of an enterprise. Number 2, acquired or maintain an interest in or control of the enterprise through the pattern of racketeering activity. If you could prove that he has an enterprise, I think you can prove that he participated in racketeering activity if the enterprise is there. Number 3, conducted or participated in the affairs of the enterprise through the pattern of racketeering activity. Or number 4, conspired to do one of the above. The U.S. Supreme Court noted that a commentator had used the terms prize, instrument, victim, or perpetrator for these 4 relationships, okay? So guys, back down to the discussion. Guys, y'all already decided that we don't have enough right now to convict P. Diddy of the sexual trafficking because we hadn't seen him receive anything of profit for the acts that he did transporting the women across state. So now we got the RICO. Back down in the discussion, drum roll, guys, drum roll. Y'all know what the RICO is. Basically, was Diddy running a criminal enterprise? Okay, that's the question. So this is how we solve the case. I told you the facts of the case. I told you guys what the law says. Now we must determine if his actions broke the definition of the laws that define running a criminal enterprise. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Diddy is guilty of a RICO? Okay, we only talking about the RICO. All 3 charges. He gonna get 3 different verdicts pretty much on 3 different charges. We just talking about the RICO. You think he's guilty? Yes or no? Guys, please be descriptive with your comments. Jump down. Let's have a conversation. Guilty or innocent, okay? Guys, I'll ask that y'all like the video. If y'all haven't, you'll subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. If you guys want to donate to the channel or something, you gotta want to get off your chest. Hit the super chat button. Jump down in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Let your voices be heard. I appreciate you guys' donations. Guys, guilty or innocent? Spam it for me right now. Is P. Diddy did he run a criminal enterprise? Guilty. Coffee says guilty. Havo says guilty. Truth. Watching Tonight says innocent. That's not good. Jim says guilty. Let's see. RVN says no pity for Diddy. Havo Haas says Diddy guilty. HMG says guilty. Chris Eddy says guilty. Samuel Potts, my brother, we're going to talk about politics every Tuesday. We do guilty or innocent on Saturdays from now on, every Saturday. Gaza says innocent. That were consenting adults. The question is was he running a criminal enterprise? So if you guys think he was running a criminal enterprise, your answer should be guilty. If you don't, it should be innocent. Tanya Smith says, yes, Anthony. I can't see what Anthony says. Piff 1000 says, I don't think the RICO is relevant, but he was codependent, which might put in a RICO guideline. That's very good, Piff. That's very, very good. Because I agree with you 1,000%. I don't think it's relevant, but yeah, a codependent, it might put that guideline in there to where they could get him on it. But what I'm saying is, Piff, if you was the prosecutor and you want to prosecute this guy, I'm saying, like, so that sexual trafficking, we rolled the dice. The chat said we don't have enough. He innocent. Now we on the RICO, we going to have to say innocent too, because there's a pretty good bit of people in here that's saying he's innocent. You see what I'm saying? If I would have said this, that y'all just made my point. That bless up, Kev, if you still in here, I said this a while ago. If you just do like Bill Cosby did and said this guy is a terrible person. We know he raped a girl. We know he kidnapped her. Charge him with rape and kidnapping, he get 10 to 15, guaranteed. Because what I'm saying, the sexual trafficking right now, in the chat said we ain't got enough. Maybe he was getting money or receiving something in profit. If he was doing that, then he's guilty. But nothing has been shown that he was doing that. Now we on the RICO. We don't have proof that he was running a criminal enterprise. Let's see what Jim says. He's innocent to proven guilty, but how does he defend that? I'm not running a criminal enterprise. If you ain't, how can you charge me of a RICO if I'm not running a criminal enterprise? There's just a charge. All the rest of that stuff don't matter. With a RICO, he got to be running a criminal enterprise. If he wasn't, that's the biggest charge you lost. If you charge him with sexual trafficking, I got to be getting something for profit. If you don't have that, that's 2 charges you lost. He didn't get charged with rape. That's not a charge. He didn't get charged with being a scumbag. That's not a charge. He didn't get charged with kidnapping. We can't just make up stuff on him. You see what I'm saying? He got charged with sexual trafficking, and if he didn't receive nothing for profit, the chat said he was innocent. The chat so far said he's innocent of the RICO. You see what I'm saying? That's going off the charges. You see what I'm saying? Kush Boy says sex worker that shot up the hotel said, hey, my boy, stay on that. Chris Eddie says, I just skipped to the next video. This black guy who loves to smile held up a bottle of baby oil, not even 2 seconds. That's too funny. Kush Boy says, Young Thug ain't be nothing. 50 years probation, you crazy? Yeah, that is true. That is true. He says 15. Piff 1000 says it's more than him. Yes, sir, I understand that. Samuel Ponce says he's being protected right now. Who you talking about, P. Diddy? I'm confused. He says the industry knows. Oh, yeah, that's why I understand that. Yeah, of course they're going to protect him. You know why? Because they don't want all their stuff getting out. I agree with you 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? Co-defendants, RICO, Piff 1000. You a legal person. You know what you're talking about. Kenneth McClain say he innocent. Too many people in here saying he innocent, man. You know what I'm saying? Chris Eddie said there are testimonies from other celebrities for years, sir. They testified that he has been doing this for a long time. Guilty. I'm not saying the freakos, sir, if you've been following along. Who was that? Was that Chris Eddie? I'm not saying he guilty of not guilty of freakos. I'm not saying he not guilty of rape. I'm not saying he not guilty of anything they accused him of, including murder. What I'm saying is sexual trafficking. He has to be receiving something in return. Do we have proof that he was receiving something of profit? If we don't, he innocent of it. Maybe they got it. I'm saying right now, do we have proof of everything we know? We don't. The RICO, can we prove that bad boy is a criminal enterprise? Not an enterprise, a criminal enterprise. We know it's some kind of enterprise. It's a record label. Can we prove Bad Boy or P. Diddy was running a criminal enterprise? Can we prove that? The feds might have the proof. But I'm saying the chat said he was innocent of that RICO because We don't have enough evidence right now from the facts of the case to prove him. That's my point. The feds might have the evidence. What I'm saying, we do have the evidence to say he's guilty of rape. We do have the evidence to say he's guilty of these other charges, just not some of these charges. Kush Boy says, excuse me, guys, y'all hold up just a second. I apologize about that, guys. Kush Boy said, but those same people pointing the finger at him been doing the same thing. That's true. They really just mad because he got some high-profile people on tape doing compromising things. I agree with that 1,000%. Piff 1000 said, I read the federal guidelines book. I faced the government. I know a little bit. It seems like you have, sir. It seems like you have. Sir Bay says, Diddy did Woody on the stand. That's too funny. Let's see. Taser says a 9-year-old came forward. It could be proved. Otherwise, he'd be out. No, I don't think he would be out. I really don't think he would be out. But I'm saying you gotta. What I would say to that federal prosecutor is y'all need to put some more charges on Diddy, some harder charges, like that 9-year-old, like having sex with a minor's son. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying but they are gonna have more indictments. More things will come out. I'm just saying with the charges right now, don't be surprised if he don't get convicted of a RICO or sexual trafficking. I'm not saying he's not going to get convicted. I'm not saying he's not going to get charges. I'm just saying unless the feds got some substantial proof that he was running a criminal organization or that he received profit. Because if I call a girl to fly from Arizona, come out here and have sex with her and give her money, but I didn't receive anything beneficial, I'm not sexual trafficking. Because see, engaging in that commercial sex act, I got to be receiving something beneficial. See what I'm saying? Samuel Bronx, he's talking about Kamala, guys, once again on Tuesday morning at 5:45 a.m. right here, Legal Wars Podcast. I'm going to talk all the politics you guys want to talk about. Saturdays, we do guilty or innocent. We talk legal stuff. Chris Eddy says, where would he get his riches from? It's almost like he had unlimited money. What I'm saying is that celebs have been testifying that he has been doing this for years. Yes, he has been doing it for years. So charge him with the crimes he's been doing. I'm saying he got charged with a RICO. He got charged with sexual assault so far. Okay, guys? Not sexual assault, excuse me, sexual trafficking. Okay, guys? So, chat, Diddy was accused of violating the RICO, running a criminal organization. Okay? He also was accused about sexual trafficking. All right? Now, those two charges, sexual trafficking, RICO, the chat said innocent. All you need is 1 out of 12 to say innocent. He walks. I think that's probably, unless, like I said, the government has something we don't know about. I think that's what's going to happen on those two charges. Diddy got a third charge. It's called transportation to engage in prostitution. Okay? He don't have to receive, listen to me. Y'all listen to me. I'm trying to teach y'all something. Y'all heard what the RICO means and what y'all need to get them on a RICO. Y'all heard what the sexual trafficking. You would sit there and think, if they got charged with sexual trafficking, what's the difference between sexual trafficking and transportation to engage in prostitution? I'm asking y'all, chat, what is the difference between sex trafficking and transportation to engage in prostitution? Let me tell you something. I didn't even look up the code for transportation to engage in prostitution. You know why? Because I know 1,000% fact that Diddy's guilty of that. And I could ask y'all, but all of us will convict Diddy of transportation to engage in prostitution. That's basically what Kush Boy was saying. If I call up a girl in Arizona off of Instagram and I fly her to Houston and I give her money to sleep with her, then I transported a female to engage in prostitution. Diddy is guilty of that. So if you got sexual trafficking in a RICO, why would you charge somebody with You know why? Because I'm going to tell you why. Guys, the transportation to engage in prostitution is what I call an insurance charge. Just what it sounds like. Okay? Y'all check. Y'all seen. We said we don't have enough information to convict him of sexual trafficking or a RICO. Well, the transportation to engage in prostitution is an insurance charge. What I mean by that is that the feds really want Diddy on a RICO. They really want him on sexual trafficking. But just in case they can't get him on a RICO or sexual trafficking, they got him on transportation to engage in prostitution. So that charge just ensures that Diddy's not going to get away. You see what I'm saying? It just ensures that. If they can't get him on them other charges, then that's why they use the insurance of a transportation to engage charge. Then that's why they use that lesser charge, because it's basically the same as sex trafficking. It just don't have as much of a strong guidelines. You see what I'm saying? It don't carry as tough as guidelines. But they got Diddy on that, though. You see what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is that it's no need to go over the transportation to engage in prostitution charge because it's a concession charge. Diddy will plead guilty. He will plead guilty to that charge. I bet all of y'all, Diddy's going to plead guilty to that charge because it would be hard for him to beat, number one. Number two, it's a much lighter sentence than the other charges. Number three, he's saying that, hey, I did something wrong. I'm going to plead guilty to the transportation prostitution. I ain't saying I'm perfect. I can't get that much time for pleading guilty to that. You see what I'm saying? And for the feds, they just making sure he don't get away with nothing. Scot-free. They want him on the RICO. They want to make an example out of him. They want to lock him up for life for all the other people doing this stuff. Jeffrey Epstein embarrassed him, so they want to make a point. They want to get him on sexual trafficking charges. They want to lock him up for life, bro. But just in case we can't get him on sex trafficking or RICO charges, we going to charge him with that transportation to engage in prostitution because we know he can't beat that. We know he can't. He ain't even going to try to fight it. You see what I'm saying? That's why they tack that charge on there. Y'all get that? Does that make sense? So guys, overall verdict. Guys, what's the verdict? The reason I titled the stream, Did He Done It? Is because the question isn't, did he do it? The question is, will he be charged of the charges? And how much time he'll be given, if any? Will he get house arrest, probation? Will he beat the RICO charge, lose the sexual trafficking charge, and be given 15 years doing a mandatory 90% in the federal prison system, or will he flat out beat all the charges? Do you think if he's convicted, President Trump will pardon Diddy before he leaves office? Guys, get down in the chat and let me know. This is the next to last discussion. We about 15 minutes and we gonna wrap it up. You hear me, bless up, Kev? We got about 15, 20 minutes. We gonna get up out of here. So everyone, right now, if you hadn't liked the video, I ask that you'll like the video, that you'll subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and guys, if you want to donate to the channel or get something off your chest, hit that super chat button and I'll stop everything I'm doing and I'll read your comments and have a discussion, and your donations are much appreciated. So guys, I'm down in the comments, guys. We got about 15 to 20 minutes left, guys. We did a whole, I went over the whole chat. Guilty or Innocent, first episode of Guilty or Innocent on the Legal Wars podcast. Like I said, we do them every Saturday at 7 a.m. Guys, we'll be back on talking about politics, get deep down into it on Tuesday at 5:30, 5:45 a.m. Bless up Kev. He says 15 minutes left. I appreciate my brother. He said great discussion. Kush Boy says the people should not have their blank around Diddy, point blank, but we ain't going to talk about the point of people sending their children there. Kush Boy, you think they need to get charged for sending their children there? You see what I'm saying? Let me see. Infidel says 50 cents is what a real man looks like. Man, 50 cents is a pretty real guy, in my opinion. Kush Boy says that's the one we should be more concerned with, that they have presidents and politicians there. Jeffrey Epstein. I think Kush Boy is the whole Jeffrey Epstein story. You see what I'm saying? Epstein, like the feds probably, Homeland, they probably wonder how this dude like Epstein get away with what he did for as long as he did without getting charged. You see what I'm saying? So that, and people behind the scene prodding and pushing for Diddy to get in trouble or pay for what he did because of other stuff that went on. I think it was a perfect storm. And that's what Diddy got to face right now. You see what I'm saying? Let me see what you guys got to say. Kush Boy says money. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Gazaria says take a breath up. You know what I'm saying, guys? We in the final stretches. Guys, if you guys want to hit that super chat, go ahead, hit that super chat. Anything you want to talk about, you want to donate to the channel. I ask that you guys have already liked the video. You subscribe to the channel. You hit that notification bell, guys. Anything y'all want to get off your chest, go ahead and do it right now. We in our last 15 minutes. Terrace Earth says, hello, baby. How's it going? Somebody got like a Chinese name. I don't know if this is a bot or this AI or if this is a real person. You see what I'm saying? I can't really read your name. It says, I ain't no foe. I be the op slayer. And I don't smoke cigs. I smoke ops all day, smoking on ops. You feel me? All day smoking on ops. That's what I do. Like, Kush Boy, ain't nobody could say, look, you don't understand. I don't care what anybody say about. They can make a threat. You know what I'm saying? That boy got too much money. He don't need no more money. What you got to understand is you can't have nobody in a direct line to get sued. You see what I'm saying? If we're talking about money, if somebody in a direct path of me suing them and we're talking about money, it's whether or not you want to get sued. And I'm saying, like, unless it's about $15,000, $20,000, if it ain't over $20,000, I'm saying you gonna pay $15,000, $20,000 trying not to pay less than $15,000, $20,000. It don't make no sense. You feel me? So it's about you getting sued. You could do whatever you want to do, but you know I'm a sue behind whatever. That's what it's got to make sense. You feel me? So, Kush Boy, that's what it's about with me. It's about my skill set to bring somebody to justice. I'm going to fire off on them. I'm going to sue them. You feel me? So I'm saying somebody could try to stop me from getting money. That's cool. But I'm saying just don't have nobody there that could be sued behind it. Because if you do, we see how that go every time, don't we? Know how that's going to end. You feel me? Kush Boy says, ain't no way in heck I have my daughter go to a Diddy party alone. Never that. Taser says they had Ali Carter over state lines as a party favor at 14. I wish you would explain that a little bit more. Kush Boy says, well, Diego, the liquor company, darn, I didn't want to get sued. Kush Boy, ain't nobody suing you, my boy. I don't know what you talking about, my dude. M says all these use money to do what they want. If they were broke, they would be in prison. Maybe so. P. Diddy ain't broke. He in prison. He finna be broke. Piff 1000 says, we know who that is. You already know. You feel what I'm saying? Piff 1000, that's 10,000%. That's anybody at any time. You feel what I'm saying? I don't even worry about it. We know what the process is. The penalty that you will have to pay for playing with me over some chump change is drastic. You could lose your whole future, career, everything, especially in this profession. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're making promises in this profession and you don't carry those promises through, especially like with a client or something like that, bro, I'm talking about you could get in some real deal trouble. It's not even worth it over some chump change for an attorney to play a game over some chump change. So that's a fantasy. People ain't gonna put their life in jeopardy and their future in jeopardy to please you over 15 cents. Does that matter? I'm gonna put my life in jeopardy over something you talking about over a couple some change. Well, how that makes sense? See what I'm saying? Let's see. Bush, who is that? Orbital says Bush might have did 9/12. I don't know what you guys talking about. But guys, I'm saying, like, guys, if you guys don't have anything else to say, that's going to be the end of this discussion. Zaire says, let me fix your ceiling. You could come fix it if you want to. I ain't got nothing to pay you, but you could come try to fix whatever you want to try to fix. You see what I'm saying? Bro, I've been trying to fix it for 2 years. And the only thing that's happening is thousands. That's all that's going to happen. That dude going to get roasted. He probably lose his law license, be halfway trying to get the dude in jail, and he going to get sued and have to pay 2 or 3 times the little chump change that I just said I was going to take. You see what I'm saying? I ain't even trying to be like, I don't be trying to be like that with people, bro, but you definitely get sued. You get ready for court. You feel me? And I got thousands in the bank, so I'm in a position to get grimy and dirty with it. I hit you hard. You see what I'm saying, bro? I'm suing rich people with $0, with negative $20. I'm saying I got thousands, so I can hit you hard right now. You know what I'm saying? Kush Boy says you should start doing phone calls, taking files from the cat. I'm gonna do that. Bless Up Kev says 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Notorious TBG says Trump hits hard. Bro, listen, all I'm going to say is I hope to God that we don't see no more bullets on President Trump's ear. That's all I'm going to say. Well, I just pray to God, because when it get cranked up, he going to have a lot of people at his neck. So I'm just going to hope to God we don't see no bullets on his ear. Because if they put bullets on his ear to try to stop him once he get in there, I just pray to God. That's what I'm saying. So we all need to stay humble and keep our feet on the ground, because there's always consequences for our action. Guys, I thank y'all for tuning in to the Legal Wars podcast, the first ever episode of Guilty or Innocent. Thank you guys so much. Everybody who's donated to the channel, I thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. My girl Mita, baby, thank you for showing up. Aloha Kitty, baby, thank you for donating. Bless Up Kev, Kush Boy, my boy Brian C., all my political people, I thank you guys so much. Guys, you know, every Saturday we're going to be doing Guilty or Innocent. This week we did P. Diddy. Hold up just a second. I'm going to tell y'all who we going to be covering next week, if you guys give me just a second. Also, guys, on Tuesday, I got another stream. Guys, you guys could just go to my page, Legal Wars Podcast. You could click on live. And under live, you can see all the upcoming streams. So on Tuesday, we doing News Hour with Ghostwriter. We're going to talk about VP Kamala Harris for the last time. Next Saturday, we doing Guilty or Innocent episode 2. That's the curious case of Eric Allen, where we're going to talk about Eric Allen. If you guys do not know, he's the mayor of New York City. I really think there's a good chance that he could get, I heard Donald Trump say some things about him, so I think Trump might let him off the hook. Guys, Benito with that $1.99 super chat. You know what I'm saying? I want to see 100 likes on Benito's $2 super chats. He said only the greats are shot at. Yeah, that's true, man. They could look, though. That's true. They shoot at me all the time. They could keep shooting. You see what I'm saying? They could keep shooting. I'm saying people will put their whole lives or careers on the line over some chump change. You feel me? Because, see, they shoot at me. Me going after a business, that's one thing to hit a big business. But hitting an individual, like, bro, you put your whole life on the line over some chump change. And when I sue you, I'm not going to take that chump change you was offering. You feel me? You're going to have to pay 5 or 6 times that. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, they shoot at people all the time. They shoot at the Grace all the time. Benito, I appreciate that $2 super chat. Guys, I'm sorry, but appreciate that donation, sir. Guys, once again, on next Saturday, on Tuesday, we're doing the future of Kamala Harris. The Tuesday after that, on the 19th, we're going to talk about Donald Trump, and looking forward to his last 4 years. Next Saturday, Guilty or Innocent, episode 2, the curious case of Eric Allen. And the Saturday after that, on the 23rd, we're going to do Guilty or Innocent, episode 3, and we're going to talk about Tiffany Henyard. Guys, thank y'all once again for tuning in to the last episode. The first episode of Guilty or Innocent, guys. I really appreciate it, guys. I hope that y'all will go out there, enjoy you guys' day. Enjoy. It's a beautiful day outside. Have a great weekend. Great Sunday, guys. And guys, thank y'all for tuning in to the Legal Wars podcast. I will see you guys on Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, November the 12th, 5:45 a.m., and we will discuss politics. That being said, guys, thank y'all. I love all y'all so much. Peace and love, and I'll see y'all next time on the Legal Wars podcast. I'm out.